Hello, movie lovers. Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'm bringing you guys my new Blu-ray and DVD shopping guide and reviews for Tuesday, May 21st, 2019. Be sure to click subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload great new content. If you guys do enjoy the video, be sure to show it some love and give it a like rating. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is a video where I talk about all the new movies coming out this week, and I have some reviews for you guys as well, and I kind of compare the prices at popular retailers. I do also have a few of last week's releases to talk to you guys about as well. Remember, you guys can find affiliate links to purchase these movies down in the description below. All right, so let's get right into it, guys. First up, from Dark Sky Films is White Chamber. This one's releasing on a Blu-ray, Amazon and Walmart $21.72, Best Buy $22.99, Target $23.89, and it's also releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart $18.27, Target $19.89, and Best Buy $19.99. Now, I did already receive a copy for review. Here's a look at it. This was actually my second time watching this movie. It's about this kind of near future. I don't think it was too far in the future. I don't know if they gave an exact year, but a near future England, and they're kind of like in a civil war. And there's this guy, and he's kind of started this uprising against the government. And so we find this woman who is kind of being tortured by him. She's in this white chamber, and it's kind of like a test device / torture device. I don't want to get too much into exactly what it is because it'll give away too much of the plot, but basically she's in there and they're asking her all these questions. What were they doing here? What is this chamber for? And she doesn't really seem to know. She's like, oh, I'm just the messenger. I don't really know what happens here. I enjoyed this movie, guys. They did a lot with what they had. It obviously didn't have a really big budget. This whole white box, little white chamber thing, it didn't have a lot of special effects to it. They really sold it really well with the little they had, either through varying colors to give you the feeling of heat and cold, or just kind of flashing the lights, to give you kind of like an electricity feeling. And I thought they did a really good job, and I thought the movie was interesting. It was a good plot. The acting was well done. I gave this one a 7 out of 10, guys. Definitely worth checking out for sure on this one. Next up, from Wellgo USA, we have Big Brother. This one is releasing on a Blu-ray, Amazon and Walmart $17.58, Best Buy $17.99, and Target $19.89. It's also releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart $14.82, Best Buy $14.99, and Target $16.59. I did receive a copy from Wellgo USA. This is Donnie Yen. Definitely a kind of a cool artwork there. Here's a look at the back and a look at the inside. Kind of an interesting disc art there. That kind of eagle or whatever that is, it was in the story of the movie. So this guy, he wants to become a teacher. They don't really get into his past. You just kind of see him show up to the school, and he's applying to be a teacher. And the guy is kind of like, this is a tough school. Why don't you go somewhere else? I'll give you a letter of recommendation. And he's like, well, I already have a letter of recommendation. And I don't know if that was kind of getting to the point that somebody else had already given him the same story, or what. I don't know that was what they were going for there, but I kind of felt that way. So this is one of those movies where you kind of got like this bad A teacher or whatever, and he's got all the hoodlum or the inner city kids, or all the just they weren't that bad. Like, if you think of a lot of the ones we have in America, they're like, they're in gangs and they're killing people and dealing drugs. In this one, they just kind of didn't really want to do their schoolwork, and they're like doing little pranks, tripping each other. It wasn't anything big like what we see in a lot of ones they make here, but very quick pace on this. It just seems like they're like blasting through this movie. It is subtitled. I would say it's about 90 to 95% not English. There's a little bit of English in it. I did have trouble in a few spots. I think one of the issues is, and it's really hard to pick up on this when you're reading it, if there's like a crowd of people, it could be multiple people talking and the text just goes so fast. And I just said, you know what, probably wasn't important enough. But very kind of awkward too, that he becomes these kids' teacher, and he sees very quickly that they all have these issues, and it's like his second day he goes and like he's reading, I guess they have like their history in their files or something, like of their dreams and their aspirations and all this stuff, and he like decides to fix all their lives like the second day after he meets them. He like goes to their house and he convinces them to do the thing they want to do, or fix their relationship with their father, or get their dad into AA. And it's like all this stuff. It's like he's known these kids for like 5 minutes. There were some action scenes, as you would expect. There was this really cool fight scene where he's like at an MMA fight and he's in the locker room, and there's this crazy fight in there. And that was cool. There's a little bit of other fighting action later in the movie. It's definitely not a big part of this one, but I did enjoy this one, guys. Like I said, it's really fast action. There's some funny parts. It's fun. There's some good action. Did I say that already? So I give this one a 7 out of 10. Next up, from Paramount Pictures, we have 13 Reasons Why Season 2. This one's only going to be releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $28.85, Best Buy $29.99, and Target $31.89. Now I am giving away a copy of this on my Instagram. You guys can find a link to that in the description. It ends Monday, I believe. So if you guys want to enter that giveaway, just go ahead and check it out on my Instagram. This is the series on Netflix. I did already get sent a copy for review. Now, I have to say right up front, I've never seen season 1, and I had never even heard of this show before. 13 Reasons Why. Now, I'm going to give probably some spoilers of what I've learned of the first season after watching this. So if you guys haven't seen the first season and you don't want any kind of spoilers, probably mute it or skip this section or whatever you guys want to do. But so there's this girl, and she ends up committing suicide. She's a teenager in high school. And the 13 reasons are the 13 reasons why she should commit suicide. She leaves behind these tapes. They play a little bit of the tapes in this season, but not a lot. So I was a little confused what exactly the tapes were. Like there's one tape that's a confession, and she sent these tapes to people, and they were supposedly having something to do with like bad things they had done to her, and how they ruined her life, and why she doesn't want to live anymore. But I don't think they played a lot of it, not that I remember. So a lot of that, I'm sure would be revealed in the first season. Now, saying that, I do think you should watch the first season of this before jumping into the second season. Do you have to? I don't believe so. I feel like I jumped into this one fine. I kind of got the gist of what happened, but I also feel like you're kind of missing out on a lot of stuff, and I think it would be a lot clearer if you had seen the first season. Now, this is kind of the aftermath. She committed suicide. Now, I don't know if she's alive at all in the first season, or that happens at the beginning, but now they're having a trial. Her family is suing the school, saying they did nothing to help her. Everybody in the school is bullies, and there's all this really bad stuff going on, and nobody's really doing anything about it. So all these kids are kind of end up being witnesses or whatever for this court case. And at the same time, there's like people trying to cover it up, and there's all this kind of drama going on. Give you guys a look of it here. To me, this is kind of a lot like the modern teen, looks like plain discs, the modern teen dramas. A very similar thing to like Riverdale, although I think Riverdale's kind of a little better story and characters. But I did really enjoy this one, guys. It's very interesting. Some great characters still, great storytelling, a lot of just kind of edge of your seat kind of moments and cliffhangers. And it really does a good job of keeping you coming back. 13 episodes, and they're about an hour. It's like 55, 56 minutes. So it's pretty long to get through this. Let me see, 747 minutes total on this one. And I gave this one a 7.5 out of 10. Definitely check this one out. If you guys don't have Netflix, it is going to be available on DVD. Next up is How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. This one's releasing on a 4K Blu-ray and digital. Best Buy $29.99, Amazon $31.99, Target $32.99, and Walmart $33.84. It'll also be releasing on a 4K steelbook, which will be available exclusively at Best Buy, which will include 4K Blu-ray and digital for $34.99. I did pre-order this one, but I haven't received it yet. I'll have to check my order status, see if I actually ordered it for in-store pickup or if I just haven't gotten it yet. But I'll bring you guys an unboxing of that as soon as I can. It's also releasing on a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy combo pack. Best Buy $24.99, Amazon $25.99, Walmart $26.96, and Target $26.99. And finally, it's releasing on a DVD and digital. Best Buy $19.99, Amazon and Walmart $20.99, and Target $22.99. Next up is Trading Paint. This is a kind of a race car movie with John Travolta. I haven't got a copy of it yet. I believe I should be getting one soon though, so probably next week I will let you guys know my thoughts on that. It is releasing on a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy combo pack. Amazon and Walmart $17.71, Best Buy $17.99, and Target $19.29. Also be releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $13.90, Best Buy $13.99, and Target $14.89. Next up, we have The Upside. This one is releasing on a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy combo pack. Amazon and Walmart $22.96, Best Buy $22.99, and Target $24.99. It's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $17.96, Best Buy and Target $19.99. Next up, Isn't It Romantic is releasing on a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy combo pack. Amazon, Best Buy, Target, and Walmart, all $22.99. It's also releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $15.96, Target $15.99, and Best Buy $22.99. Next up, Trapped Alive is releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon and Walmart $26.42, Best Buy $27.99, and Target $29.19. Next up, Crank is releasing for the first time on 4K. It will include 4K Blu-ray and digital. Best Buy $14.99, Amazon and Walmart $17.71, and Target $19.29. I did receive a copy for review. Unfortunately, it came too late. I wasn't able to watch it before putting up this video. Kind of remember this one. I did see it, when it first released on DVD. They give him a drug or something happens to him and he has to keep his adrenaline going or he'll die. My dad and I were talking to this and I think we were mixing up the first and the second one. Because there's at least two, and then I think it's the second one. They hook him up to his heart to a battery, or he has a fake heart, or I don't know. And he had to keep he had to keep charging it, or he would die. But I believe in this one it was he had to keep his adrenaline going. But I will have a review up for this next week. Next up, Black Moon Rising is releasing on a Blu-ray. Amazon, Target, and Walmart $19.69, Best Buy $19.99. Next up, A Dark Place is releasing on Blu-ray. Amazon, Target, and Walmart $20.59, Best Buy no listing. Also releasing on a DVD, Amazon and Walmart $12.96, Target $15.19, and Best Buy no listing. And the last new release for this week, guys, Drunk Parents is releasing on a DVD. Amazon and Walmart $13.11, Best Buy $13.99, and Target $14.99. Now, as I did mention, I do have a few of last week's titles to talk about. Either I got them too late or I'm just now finally reviewing them. Whatever it is, be sure to let me know what movies you guys are picking up if you guys have seen any of these titles. Love to hear your guys' thoughts on them, if you guys enjoyed them or not. And let me know, like I say, what movies you're picking up and what versions you're picking up and whatnot. I always love to hear what other people are picking up. So for previous titles, we have Another Shot. This one released last week from Will Go USA. I got it on Saturday. I didn't have time to watch it before my shopping guide video. So this was kind of an interesting thing. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting. It's about Stephon Marbury going to play basketball in China. Although not really necessarily a documentary, more like a biography, I guess. Most of it's reenacted, but reenacted by Stephon Marbury. So has a little bit of his childhood and with his dad, and his dad teaching him kind of his ethics and playing basketball and whatnot. And then very quickly covers his NBA career, and then how his father died, and after that he didn't really have a drive as much to play basketball. And then they ended up convincing him to come out to China, and he still didn't really have the drive. And then something kind of clicked, and he was about to come back home from China and give up on basketball, and he decides to play for this team. And they go on like a championship run, and whatnot. I thought it was interesting. The acting of the basketball players in this was pretty bad. They aren't actors; they're basketball players. A lot of the other people, though, I didn't really have any issue with them. Like I say, it's weird because it's like a reenactment, but with the actual guy. So it's a weird feeling. But I did enjoy this one. If you guys are into Stephon Marbury or basketball, give this one a shot. I did give this one a 6 out of 10. Next up, available on DVD and digital from Uncorked Entertainment, is Hover. I did check this one out. This one, the beginning kind of confused me because it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. If you watch the trailer, it's about these drones and something kind of sinister with the drones. Now, when the movie started, it was this man and this woman, and they were like going to people's houses, and they were helping them transition. Basically, what it was is they would have these sick people who were dying or whatever, and they would assist them with suicide to make it quick and easy, and they just hook them up to this machine and whatnot. And then the guy ends up passing away, and then so the girl's like the main person, and then she gets a new person with her. And I was like, I thought this movie was about drones, but they do get to that. There's this whole thing where this company has created these drones because the world is like, it's overpopulated and not enough resources, and there's droughts and all this stuff. So they've created these drones that will kind of circle your farm, and they'll kill insects and spray pesticides and basically help all your crops along. But there is a sinister aspect to it, and maybe they're not doing as much good as they hoped, or maybe there's some kind of issue with them. I was pretty impressed with the CGI. I didn't know at sometimes if they were even CGI. I mean, they weren't real drones, but sometimes I wonder maybe they used models they had made. I don't know. I was pretty impressed by the special effects. This was, I believe, a Sci-Fi Channel movie. But visually, I just thought this movie was really good for what I typically expect from sci-fi. I really liked the look of it, and a lot of the stuff they did was really cool. The acting was okay. It was nothing great, and the story, it was okay. I like this movie, but for a sci-fi movie, I think it was pretty good. I gave this one a 6.5 out of 10. Also came to me a little too late to get it in last week's review. Was Cold Pursuit. This one is the Liam Neeson movie. I did post, actually, I just remembered, I did post a review and unboxing of this separately, but I thought I would go over it with you guys in case you missed it. He plays a snowplow driver in Colorado, kind of in the middle of nowhere in the mountains, and his son ends up getting killed, and he's got to kind of try to find. They say it's a drug overdose, and he's like, well, he didn't do drugs. And they're like, oh, nobody knows that their kids are doing drugs. And he decides, that's not what happened. And he gets some information. And so he kind of has to, Liam Neeson style, kill the entire drug gang to get to the leader, to kill him, to get revenge. The kind of the issue was, it's like similar to many other movies he's done, only at a much slower pace. A lot less interesting. Instead of like in the Taken movies where he's trying to save his daughter, well, his son's already dead, and it's like, all right, how many more people do you have to kill to get your revenge? I mean, I'm not trying to say this movie was bad. It was just pretty average for a Liam Neeson movie. I did give this one a 6.5 out of 10. It does still have some cool action and a decent story. And, some good visuals to it. Interestingly, though, and I asked somebody else too, and he said he had the same issue. The beginning of the movie is super dark. Like, I know it's taking place at night, but it's hard to explain. It just almost seems like they darkened the video, and I don't know if that was kind of like a thing they did intentionally, because as the movie goes on, it becomes more daylight and brighter. And I don't know, maybe that was something they did intentionally, but it's an okay movie, you guys might want to check it out. All right, and last up, I did pick up Godzilla. I think I had mentioned this last week. I picked up Godzilla on 4K. I haven't watched it. I've never seen this movie, but I just want to show you guys that cool artwork there. I do like that artwork. Here's a look at the back, and this is the 1998 version. With Matthew Broderick, and here's a look at the discs. They're pretty plain, not a whole lot going on there. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did make it to the end, I would love to know, because I just want to know how many people watched through the end. My average playtime is usually pretty short, but I'm really curious how many people watched through the end. But I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like or rating. If you haven't already, subscribed for more videos. Check out the suggested videos. Check out my website, BobsMovieReview.com. And I'll see you guys next time.